Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. This, of course, their first look at the Nets. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it, but one of them has got to win tonight.
And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Turner with the screen. Here's the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Yeah, in today's basketball world, big men have to shoot it, and Turner's got a nice touch and pretty good range out there.
LeBron James on the wing. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Here's Nembhard. Here's Granger. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. The finish. Finishes the break with a slam.
And you make it easy on Simon when you leave someone that wide open. He's always looking to make the extra pass.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Inside, Indiana moving the ball around. The shot by Turner, no good. Three-pointer, Simon drains it from beyond the arc.
And you got to get out on that if you're the defense. Simon's too big a threat from deep.
Screen by Siakam. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Granger outside. Pass to Turner. Halliburton on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Granger left side. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Davis sets a screen. The three from LeBron. Granger with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Left side, Turner. Granger outside. Fires it up. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
It took a little time for Simons to kind of come into his own, but now he's playing with supreme confidence.
Halliburton with it. Picked up by Davis. To the wing on the left. Here's Siakam. And Davis sends it back.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
And Simons wide open. He'll fight. A three-pointer, no good. Indiana trailing here. In the corner, Granger with it. Back to Halliburton. Down low. Granger with the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
James. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. He told me, now that team goes as Anthony Davis goes. When AD is feeling good and he's in rhythm, everything clicks. Coach said we'll need a team effort at both ends. Our communication has to be excellent, and even then, we're not going to completely stop them. Guys?
Thank you, David. Poked away. Simon's on the wing. 5 points in the game. Pacers trailed by 4. Nobody near Granger. Hands it from downtown. Granger's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Whitehead. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's LeBron. And they get it back.
Pacers foul.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And that does it for the first quarter. Nets lead by 5. And back with the start of
15.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Count that one from Toppin.
Well, making threes is vital for Toppin, developing his stretch big skill.
Ball left side. It doesn't go for him. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Indiana moving the ball around. Knocked away. And taken away by Paul. Deflects the pass. Halliburton with the steal. Pass to Capella. Got a piece of it. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. These Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
To the paint. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
No defense going to stop that throwdown by Capella right there.
Here's Paul. No good again that time.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Here's Toppin. At the line by Indiana. Screen by Capella. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup. Now it's a 4-point Pacer lead.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body. If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Pass to Capella. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Paul. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Pacers leading by 4. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Capella inside. The rebound by Sharp. And the Nets with possession here. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And the dunk by Hachimura.
That is big time by Hachimura. No mercy at all.
Halliburton drives in. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
So both teams changing it up here. Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Simons with the ball. He's got 5. Floats it up for James. Toppin with the steal.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
And, you know, Capella is so strong that you really got to wrap him up if you're going to commit the foul on him.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
On the wing, James. James absorbing hits on the drive.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Pass to connect. Indiana again missing.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Here's Holland. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Pacers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Now Halliburton. Pass to Granger. Lets it go from deep. And Davis pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Simons off the drive. That one goes in. Simons has got the first bucket of the third here for the Nets. Turner with it. The 3-ball. The rebound by James. Here's Simons. Nets with a new shot clock. Here's Davis. No good. That would have tied it. Indiana leading. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Clark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. They wore me out too, partner. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English. Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka. Yeah, don't make my head spin.
You can have the basketball. Just over a minute played so far. Granger outside. Pass to Shepard. And a miss there on the triple.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. And this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
McConnell scanning the floor. Now Turner. Pass to Siakam. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star. AD has led the league.
What a thing of beauty from James.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
6 to shoot. Back to McConnell. And he gets it to go. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Paul with the 3. Here's Sharp. Takes it off the glass. Sharp's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Siakam. And the layup's good off the glass. Siakam's got his first bucket in this one.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
The shot's good from Paul. 1:52 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Turner. Now Siakam. He's covered by Hachimura. Siakam's shot is off. For the lead. The offensive rebound. At the elbow, Paul. Shot clock at 6. Over Shepard. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got his second basket.
School's in session, and that mid-range is CP3's specialty.
Kicks it out to Granger. Back to Turner. And Turner throws it down.
Really adept at rolling after setting the screen. Turner, a difficult cover in these pick and rolls.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by McConnell. Granger outside. Screen by Siakam. Out to Turner. From deep. It's tipped.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. 5 to shoot. Pass to Hunter. Over Wilson. Rebounded by the Nets.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Aggressive work in the lane. Toppin has the size, and he has the bounce.
Free throw is good by Toppin. And both free throws good for Toppin.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Paul. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pacers out in front, up by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Here's Paul. Misses off the right iron. And here is Hunter. Pass to McConnell. And here is Capella. Toppin with it. Just 5 on the clock. The second chance effort. And Davis sends it back. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Howland gets it to go.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Here's Capella. Great D that time from Davis.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Over in the corner, Paul. From 17 feet out. Jump shot is good.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half. But he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
To the middle. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, on fire tonight. I mean, Capella's scoring numbers can come from a lot of directions. Lots of dunks, lay-ins, and putbacks. They can add up quickly.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Both teams will make substitutions. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordi Fernandez was telling the team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off, guys.
Thanks, David. Trains the three-pointer. Halliburton's got it all tied up now for Indiana.
Halliburton, with the answer, was anxious to throw it right back at him.
James with a powerful jam.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Granger right side. Back to Halliburton. Granger right side. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Holland. Up and in on the layup. And now a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
LeBron doing what he does best, creating for and elevating others.
Halliburton outside. Kicks it out to Granger. Misses the three.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that. Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
In the wing, Granger. The three. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Anthony Davis, too much size.
There's so many ways Davis can beat you on the interior. Defenders always on their heels when he is attacking.
Back to Halliburton. For the three. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Pacers trailed by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
That's a 2 from Simons.
He
Gets in there. Davis with the assist.
This goes to
And that's now 10 points for Anthony Simons. Here's Halliburton. Misses and the dry spell continues. And so it's Davis bring the ball up for Brooklyn. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Pass to Whitehead. And stolen by Granger.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And here's Brooklyn. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. James misses. Now here's Wiseman. Granger outside. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And then let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding.
The Nets play. Before the hometown crowd. We've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Last outing for the Nets, it was a loss to the Bucks. Now here's Durant. Shoots over Holland. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Durant's got the opening bucket of the night here for Oklahoma City. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
James outside. Over Simmons. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. A rebound by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. They're whistled for a blocking foul, and he'll head to the line. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Durant. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by LeBron. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. Drills it from outside.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their fourth try.
And the Thunder with possession. It's a three-point game. Pass to KD. Here's Holmgren. No good that time.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Shoots the three. Whitehead with the rebound. Here's James. Ball's knocked loose. Tries to keep it alive. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's Simons. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Screen by Simmons. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Simmons can't get it to go. Nets leading by 5. From 20 feet out. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Whitehead's got 6.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Pass to Davis. James outside. Over Williams. James, no good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And Simmons slams it in.
This close to the rim, Ben Simmons just leaves, no doubt.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
James. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
I tell you, that's a nice job by LeBron to keep that ball safe and secure on his way to the cup.
Pass to Joe. Russell feeling it out a bit. Launches it. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 6. There's Whitehead. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Pass to Davis. Takes it off the glass.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strength.
Outside, Russell. Here's Joe. Williams a screen. Shot clock at 5. Misses in close.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. There's Whitehead. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights.
7.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Thunder trailing by 6. That's tipped. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Up the floor. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Paul's shot is off.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Wasted no time on that one. KD's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Thunder. Here's Paul. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, it's about Chris Paul getting to his spot and making the defense pay. This guy is lethal with his mid-range game.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring the next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
No, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you.
I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 8. KD, so efficient in there.
You love the efficiency of that play. Kevin Durant on the interior. Yes, sir.
Here we are sizing up G.A. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Here's Durant. Rebound, Brooklyn. Johnson inside. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Here's Johnson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
CP3 knows every string to pull on the offensive end. What a pretty pass.
Here's Topic. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. That free throw, good from Topic. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Here's Paul. Releases from the wing and drills it. And the Nets lead by 7.
Well, Chris Paul, when he feels like he can get his jumper going, he's going to it. There's such confidence in that shot.
Pass to Topic. From deep. Hachimura grabs the miss.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Brooklyn making some changes. Here's Joe. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This guy's so dangerous. Joe, you have to find a way to contest him.
Pass to Whitehead for 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Thunder trailing by 4. Back to Joe. Inside. It's stolen by Davis. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Oh, what a jam! Simon!
And with high-level defensive intelligence, Davis times his steals perfectly.
The Nets getting their third free throw shot of the game. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They trail by 7. Pass to Joe. Now Russell. There's 49 seconds left now here in the second. Over James. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, it's crucial that D'Angelo Russell keep taking and making these types of shots. Great confidence there, guys.
James, no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Screen by Hartenstein. Clock at 6. Out to Russell. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of the game. James. And it's Davis at the elbow. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And so that's the end of the first half. Nets lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Yeah, one of the best in the history of the league, just taking advantage of what the defense wants to give him. LeBron, the midi, yes, sir.
Durant, wide open, he fires. Rebounded by the Nets.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Whitehead's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 6. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Durant hand delivers the transition bucket.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
3-pointer. Whitehead's shot is off.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Nets leading by 4. It's deflected. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Simons surveying the D. Holland. Good on the three-point shot. Holland's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And you make it easy on Simons when you leave someone that wide open. He's always looking to make the extra pass.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Pass to Simons. Wide open. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 4. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Oh, Katie buries the 3.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
There's the screen. Here's Paul. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Substitutions on the court.
Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
What a smooth catch-and-shoot opportunity from Rui Hachimura. Pretty.
Outside, Russell. To the middle. And that one is good from Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the wing right side. From downtown. The rebound by Sharp.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, Russell. 6 to shoot. Hartenstein inside. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
Russell from long range. Buries it from 3-point range. Now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
The Thunder 40. In the final
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. Simmons with it. And then Simmons slams it in.
Well, Ben Simmons is so skilled at using his athleticism and strength to draw the contact. How about the end one opportunity?
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Durant with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. Outside Durant, back to Holmgren. Outside Williams. Down low, and stolen by James. There's the lob to the hoop, and that's going to be a travel.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Outside, KD, and the rejection by LeBron.
How LeBron James sends it back. LeBron on the defensive end.
And that one drops for him. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. 6-point lead. Pass to KD. Shoots over Holland. Durant, good. And that's 13 points for Kevin Durant.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
A shot's good from Simons.
It took a little time for Simons to kind of come into his own, but now he's playing with supreme confidence.
Holmgren the screen. Fires top of the key. And it's Durant missing. Nets trailed by 6. It's taken away by Wallace. From outside the arc. Again, Durant missing. And they're on the break. And stolen by Wallace. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The to-do list when you're trying to guard Kevin Durant is long, and he's used that added strength to power through contact.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's LeBron, and Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder leading by 9. Nobody near Williams. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
And Davis wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Outside for Durant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Hits it from three-point range. And the Thunder lead by 15.
And stretching out his shot from deep, Holmgren has developed some pretty solid range.
Whitehead's shot is off.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Holmgren in the high post. The three-pointer is right on target. Holmgren's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Thunder.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Oklahoma City.
this has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
It's all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Chet Holmgren.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Durant for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and
Did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. KD a screen. Pass to Holmgren. There's the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Here's LeBron. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was